Check here. Can this go up for me? All the way up. Thank you. All right. Thank you, guys. Good evening, hockey fans. Welcome to Nanaimo. This is the Nanaimo Ice Center. Saturday night BCIHL hockey on Rogers TV. Happy to be here tonight. We're going to get into the game here after the pregame ceremonies here. Tonight's matchup, VIU Mariners against the UVic Vikes. VIU the first place club, UVic in second place. All hockey fans from the island and across Canada watching here tonight, check out these VIU Mariners here. New jerseys provided by Kim and Gray Powers from ProMac, local business here in the area. There's the captain, Ethan Jones, there to acknowledge the sponsor. VIU looking sharp right now. First place in the league. Captain Ryan Strange there on behalf of the UVic Vikes. Folks, there's a ceremonial face-off between the team captains here. Just so you know, everybody, this place is really full already. All right, here comes the anthem, folks, and then we'll get into the game. Rogers TV, BCIHL, Saturday night. hockey fans. There we go. Oh, Canada sounding good. BCIHL Saturday night. How does that sound? VIU Mariners 14-2-1. They're in first place in the whole league. They welcome UVic. This is one of the best rivalries on the island in any league, folks. So sit back and get ready for a good one here. UVic 9-6 on the season. Starting in goal for UVic, Ronan Garrity. Little bit of time in the WHL. He's the new guy, the star for the Vikes. And in goal for VIU, making his return tonight, Connor Stojan, Beaver Valley Nighthawks. He's the Alberta goalie there. We're getting ready here. Everybody ready to go? Rogers TV, BCIHL. The place is packed here in Nanaimo. Ethan Jones, the captain on the draw against Cole Fournier. And we're off and running here. Down the stretch here in this great season. This is the 5th game of the regular in this matchup of this season, the final game between these two teams. The season series tied at 2. Ethan Jones into the line, stops up, looks for Wickham. That doesn't connect now, watched by Kyle Crew in the corner. Wickham down low for Jones. Out front there, Garrity turns it aside. Now the players battle forward in the corner. Kyle Crew up the wing. Wickham can't keep it in there. And now the play is contested here in the neutral zone. There's the league's top scorer there, number 10, Ethan Jones. Working there on the forecheck there, Ryan Hunter, 19 for the Mariners. Up the wall, Cook trying to keep it in. Sweeney trying to get it out there, but there's Earhart. Spins with it, shot one off a Vikes player. And now Kyle Crew will bring it back for the Vikes, look to break it out here. Vikes wearing that white and gold here tonight as VIU unveil those new Mariners jerseys. Looking sharp, you guys. Strange at the line, down for Evers. There goes the Vikes forecheck. Tom Sweeney in there, checked by Cook behind the goal. Now up along the wall, the players going after it there. Lots of battles along the walls, battles all season long between these two clubs. Sweeney down low for Strange. Vikes look to establish a cycle here. Put some pressure on early. Owen Evers down low there. There's Sam Lewis, number 5, jumping into the play of the defenseman. Good keep in there by Lewis. Play continues behind the goal. Trustwell rips it around the wall. That's Bergeson. He's trying to pick it up though, but it's in his skate now. They do. McKnight jumps up to keep the play alive here. Vikes are changing after this long zone time here. The Mariners end. Trustwell up for Bergeson. Now here's a little break here. Newens working in on Lewis. Newens trying to connect with Corbett there. Pass doesn't connect. Corbett shot on goal. Kick saved by Garrity. All the way out to the point, Austin Daniels, 77 on the blue line here. Filling in for star Brandon Moody for these guys, the Mariners. Austin Daniels there, a great Mariner player over the years here. Very versatile, spins with it, look at him go. The yellow knifer puts it down there, missed the pass, and we'll have our first whistle here. Everybody catch your breath, say hello. We're on Rogers TV tonight, BCIHL. How does that sound? Yeah, we'll go back to the replay here. Big hit here to start the game. Teams exchanging some good forechecking there. Hunter on the body check to Kyle Crew there, you saw. Lots of star power in this game tonight. We'll get into all the details. Tokic off the draw, gets it toward the goal there. There's 71, Dario Zitko for the Vikes. But VIU breaks it out nicely ahead. Corbett looking ahead there for Power. Power down there on his own, watched by Stinson. Stinson trying to get it out there. Vikes turn it over. Now VIU trying to set up something of their own here. Wickham dealing with it. Giveaway there. There's Jason Scott, 28 for the Vikes. Turnover though, and the Mariners get it all the way back down. Eric Stinson back 62 along the wall. Castellato can't get it out. Team's just kind of going back and forth right now. There's a lot of chit-chat and talking going on out there, folks. There's a lot of energy in the arena already. Tokic takes a hit there from Power, now up along the wall. Wickham keeps it in at the line. He's watched by Lavoie. Pause now on the far side trying to keep it in. Pikes can't seem to get it out right now. Finally, they do. Teams will change as the puck goes back below the goal line. Stinson. Stretch pass there. There's Savek Brar. Savek Brar from Surrey Eagles, the BCHL. In the lineup tonight for head coach Alec Dillon. Back this way come the Mariners. There's the new guy, Robson. First game with the Mariners down there, 97. He's checked out there. Welcome to the league, Luke Robson. He's got the puck out front there. Looking dangerous for a moment there. That's Bennett. Couldn't connect on that. Mike's trying to watch out for these guys, as the Mariners are always buzzing early in hockey games. And it's been that way for years now. This is the league's top offense, folks. 5.7 goals, 4 per game on average. Let's see how they make out here. Wearing those new blue jerseys. Shot from the point. Cook goes wide. Fryer in there to pick it up for the Vikes off the wall. Laskowski trying to pick it up. Comes to Lucas Byrne. Just onside at the line. Players collide. Byrne down for Laskowski. Moving out towards the goal. Wrap around. Out in front there. Puck's sitting there. Stojan kicks it to the corner. Pretty good pace of play there. Coming up 5 minutes into this first period. Just the one whistle so far. Collision at the neutral zone there. We have an injured Mariners player. That's 97, Robson. He can't quite get off the ice. Stretch pass for Earhart coming into the Vike zone. Earhart, wrist shot, big save, Garrity. We'll have a face-off in the Vike zone, as Luke Robson for the Mariners is helped off to the ice. Let's go back to the replay here.
Wrap around.
Out in front of the goal, some scoring chances for the Vikes. Mariners defense hanging tough here tonight. Missing their star defenseman, Brandon Moody. Top 10 scoring defenseman in the league. He's out for the Mariners. So we will see how the Mariners players step up. On the Vikes side of things, 2 of their big goal scorers, Booker Daniel and J.J. Paquel, they're not here in the lineup also. So as the teams go down the stretch towards the playoffs, this is a chance for some of the sophomore players and rookie players to take center stage. And of course the captains on the face-off there, Strange and Jones. Play continues in front of the goal. Earhart's out there. He's the big shooter in the league. Right up there in league goals. He's checked nicely there by McKnight, but he keeps rolling. Back for Hunter. Hunter looking all the way back to the point. Danforth's got it. Danforth through a crowd. Misses the net into the corner. Now the Vikes pick it up and they're going to move it out. Lewis checked by Jones though. Back in it goes for Garrity, who will cover it up. A lot of firepower in this game, as I mentioned there. A little jostling. No harm, no foul there. Crowd is into it right now. Like I mentioned off the top of the show, folks, if you're new to the BCIHL, this is a great rivalry right here. Enjoy it. Down below the goal, Hunter. Watched by Lewis. Up along the wall. Players collide at the hash marks, looking to come up with it. Vikes try to get it out here. They got to hang tough against this top line of VIU, no doubt. These guys terrorize the league year after year. Jones, Earhart, and Hunter now. Scoring a bunch of goals last night in a 4-2 victory down in Victoria. This is the second night of the back-to-back. Season series tied at 2. Stojan up along the wall. Takes a bounce. Stinson will just hammer it down there. Make the Mariners go back for it. There's Bergeson. He's going to turn it over there. Castellato trying to get it. Puck is rolling. Vikes can't find it. Down into the hash marks there on the forecheck. Vikes have it. Zitko! There's a shot. Went just wide. Scoring chance in the slot. Tokic jumps into the play. Now they're going to battle for it along the right-hand wall here. Down in the corner to the left of the goaltender. Puck squirts free to the other corner here. Coming up on 7 minutes gone by here in the first period. Good pace of play here. Jason Scott into the zone. Nice save there. Stojan blockered it away. At the point there. There's Stinson jumping into the play. Scott just whistles one to the goal. No Vike player were there. Now there's a 2-on-1 for the Mariners. Newens with Bergeson. Newens overskates it there, collides with Tokic, and into the wall they go. Hockey players running into each other and yelling all over this arena right now. Trustwell trying to get it down towards the goal. It's blocked. Now Zitko will come up with it. There he goes, Zitko right there, 71 for the Vikes, 9 games. This is 10th game played this season with the club. All the different players coming in and out of the lineup for these two teams. Everyone looking to have a moment here tonight. Brar with Lavoie. Lavoie, there he goes, towards the goal. Backhand shot goes wide of the net. Crew will keep it in. Zion Lavoie in the corner. Moving out towards the goal, he's whacked away by Cook. Play continues in the corner, teams battle for it there. Drew Dornan behind the goal, plays it in front, and we'll have a stoppage in play with 12:18 left to go in the first period. Pretty good pace of play so far, everybody, don't you think? We'll go back here to the replay. Castellato trying to make something happen there. Jason Scott laying the body. He's in the lineup tonight. Jason Scott, North Van Wolfpack. Players from all over Canada here. In the Parents' Weekend here. There's Kyle Crew coming towards the goal. Save there, Connor Stojan. This league, you know, this arena is packed here tonight, folks. Tonight on Rogers TV here. We'll go to the replay here of Kyle Crew's scoring chance. Done such a good job here at VIU, packing this place. Trying to get back to the cup final here. Trying to get some revenge on the Vikes, who are the defending champs of the league. Behind the goal, Laskowski's out there with Byrne. Daniels battling for it there. Vikes forecheck looking pretty good so far. VIU, though, they're a fast-breaking, rushing team. Out of the zone and down they go. That was Strome. In on the forecheck on this side. Garrity kicks it aside. Corbett down there towards the center of the net. Corbett scored the opening goal last night in Victoria. Big body check below the goal line there by Strome. Forecheck continues after the big body check. Daniels trying to join in on the action here. Back behind the goal. Fryer after it. There's Crew. He's up and at him, and he's got the puck. This is the league's top defenseman from a year ago. The top 5 of league scoring. Towards the goal. There's a rebound. Byrne was looking for it. Now Strange jumping in. Plays it towards the net. Off the side of the goal. Laskowski. Right there. Stojan will cover it up as players push and shove in the corner there, right in front of the official. Taking a look at this Rogers TV replay here. Connor Stojan looking solid in there so far in his return to action. Ronan Garrity, he played last night in Victoria, 4-2 loss. Well, early in the season, the Vikes really had their mojo going, 7-2 in the first half. But lately, it's VIU. They're on a run right now. 5 wins in a row. Starting to create some distance for the rest of the leagues. It's all about finding that groove as a team going into the playoffs, isn't it? Most of these teams jostling for position. There's Robson. He's back out there. Good to see. Playing over for Catalier. Too far for him. Lewis now chips it ahead. Here's a 2-on-1 chance for the Vikes if he can get there. Strange, though, towards the center of the ice. Sweeney! Big save there, Stojan. Blocker save, scoring chance for the Vikes right there. Sweeney looking back to the point. That's intercepted. Now the Mariners will come back with it. Gaining the line there and moving in. That's Bennett towards the goal. Wrapping around the goal. There's a pass to the slot. Catelier fanned on the centering attempt. Evers takes his man in there. Quick pass out front for Hunter. The puck just kind of pinballs back behind the goal. Now breaking out with it is McKnight. He's hammered down. Turnover. Hunter to Catalier. Just didn't connect there. Vikes hanging tough. Good body checking there from VIU. Teams here playing physically, creating turnovers and scoring chances. Halfway through the first here, no score. That's Sam Lewis behind the goal there. There's a hockey player from Kamloops right there, number 5. All the way down, looking for Zitko, who's touched by Truswell. Icing waved off. Play continues in the Mariners zone. Cook, he's a nifty new defender for VIU this season. Up ahead, turnover in the neutral zone. Teams exchange possession. Now Stinson trying to airmail it down there. Castellato's first one down there, so Stojan will have to play it. Around for Danforth. End-to-end action, not many whistles here so far. Big hit there, Dario Zitko. Can't keep it in at the line though, that's 44, Tokic. Vikes regroup. Vikes need a change here, so Stinson up the wall to Scott. Now they go on the forecheck. Stojan out to play it once again. Up the wall for Bergeson. Bergeson kept in by Lavoie. Lavoie stepping in at the dot. There's a wrist shot. Goes up into the netting. Directed there by Cook, and we'll have a Rogers TV timeout here halfway through the first period. Well, good scoring chance there. Big save, Connor Stojan. He's back between the pipes for VIU. Big save on Sweeney so far. Both goalies tested. No special teams as of yet. Big game here tonight for both clubs. Looking to win the season series. That's 2-2 right now, if that makes sense. 2 wins for the Vikes, 2 wins for VIU. More highlights here on Rogers TV as you get a look at the players on the bench there. Laskowski around the back of the goal, scoring attempt. Last night in Victoria, lots of action in front of the goaltenders. It looks like that is how the players are going to try and get their goals tonight as well. Last night, the winning goaltender for VIU, Matthew Fleet, was in there, picking up his 7th win of the season. Special teams a factor last night as well, as VIU scored a couple goals on the power play there. A big power play goal in the 3rd period, which drew them ahead in the game and got them their 14th win. All right, back to the play-by-play action here. To the left of Connor Stojan, off the draw. Brar trying to get it in front of the goal, comes back to Stinson at the point. D to Tokic towards the goal. Saved by Stojan through a crowd, and we'll have another face-off there. There's Marko Tokic there, one of the more senior players for the Vikes. Of course, some of these players have been here for a few years, and some are brand new to the teams. Everybody has a role on the team, especially when the teams are this good. There's Bergeson down the wall. Bergeson, 8th in league scoring, 19 points. Sophomore player for VIU. Out there with Newens. There he goes. Across the blue line and down into the Vikes end. In on the forecheck there, Sato. He's up with it towards the goal. Newens couldn't come up with it. Now Drew Dornan has it. Dornan lost it at the red line there. Mariner stretch pass up for Newens there. The Bronco down into the zone. Lots of prairie hockey players in this game. Cage Newens being one of them who spent some time in Humboldt. Down low there. Players battle along the wall. Comes out there to Wickham. We'll play it in there. Mariners need a change. Corbett's the old forechecker in there. Stretch pass ahead for Fournier. Fournier bringing it up for the Vikes. Stops up. Trying to find a pass. Looking for Laskowski on the far side. Too far for him. Now Power trying to chip ahead for Strome. Strome's in there. Working in against Fryer. Strome going towards the goal. Just wide of the net. Back behind the goal. Comes out front again. Cook at the point. Wrist shot through a crowd. It's just sitting there. Garrity covers it up on the goal line. The players now grab their dancing partner there. Has a flurry of action down in front of Garrity. Garrity keeps it out, keeps the scoreless game intact. There's the highlights, folk, there. A rush by Landon Strome there, just missing the open cage. We'll have a face-off now to the left of Garrity. 7:28 left to play in the first period. Corbett against Fournier. Players battling off the draw there. Vikes trying to get it out. They'll have to go back in there. It was just played in by Truswell. Everybody's involved in this one, as you can hear on TV, I'm sure. Players yelling, the fans are yelling. Now look out, there's a scoring chance right in front. Stojan, Snowman, makes a save there. Kind of a broken play. Scoring chance for the Vikes. Now back this way. Catalier in there. Looking in front for Truswell. Broken up by Fournier. Now Fournier has his head up, looking to move up ice. Pass was knocked down. Now the players battle for it right around the Buccaneers emblem there. Fournier back with it. Saturday night. This has got a good feeling right here. BCIHL. Coming down the stretch, VIU just tonight in 3 more games before the playoffs. Lots of storylines ahead, though. The Vikes are going to take an icing here. Just didn't quite get across the line. Lots of storylines emerged here. There's the arena, Nanaimo Ice Center. Yep, the VI, you know, they have the Cougars and the Panthers and Campbell River Storm, all the rivalries, right? The BCIHL, that's the Grizzlies and the Capitals. But folks, this is our rivalry here in the BCIHL. Another great season put up by both of these teams. Vikes trying to defend their championship this year. They're in tough, though, against VIU. They want revenge. Down in the corner, Bennett circling with it, checked by Fryer. Bennett for Daniels, crowd forming in front. Daniels shoots Garrity, deflects it, kicks it up into the netting with a save there. What a goaltender Garrity has been for the Vikes. On the other side of things, this is the play there. Kind of broken play behind the goal. The puck came out front. Stojan had to hurry back. Hurry back out front. Try and shut the door there. Dangerous opportunity for the Vikes there. Shots, by the way, are tied at 8. 5:57 left to go in an exciting first period. VIU, they got the big guys out there right now. Right off the draw, Earhart took a shot on goal. It was kicked up into the netting. As I mentioned, Ethan Jones, first in league scoring, 35 points. Earhart, 27. Ethan Jones, he's the captain, taking over from Gavin Rouser, who was the captain of the championship team a couple years back. Sweeney can't find the puck along the wall here. Now the players battle for it in front of the benches. Vikes playing a good road game so far. Dumping it down there, looking to establish some forecheck here. There they go after it. Sweeney picks it up, steals it from Wickham. Looking in front for Evers, puck's on the side of the goal. Earhart just rams Evers into the post. And we're gonna get our first penalty of the game. Carson Earhart is gonna go. Vikes are gonna go to the power play here. By the way, folks, Rogers TV here. Mariners want to give a shout out to their sponsors. Here, take a look at the replay while I read this. Archie Johnstone Plumbing and Heating. Get your furnace checked, all of that. Original Joe's, that's what we're going after the game. All right, couple sponsors there. I'll mention them as we go along. Thanks everyone in the community for making this happen. Vikes power play, first of the game here. Let's get into this play-by-play and see what the Vikes can do. Byrne down for Strange, far side looking for Crew. Puck was picked off there. Nice play by Trustwell, who clears it down the ice. Here comes the Vikes power play. Eric Stinson, the rookie defenseman, up far side. Byrne, Strange, Laskowski, and Crew out there for the Vikes. In they go. Cook, Power, Stroman, Trustwell for the Mariners. Up along the wall, that's Power. He slams it down the ice and goes off for a change. 40 seconds gone by in this Vikes power play. Blake Power, the winning goal last night, number 20 for the Mariners, out there to kill off the first 30 seconds. Here come the Vikes now. Stinson, pass can't connect, picked off by Strome. Down the ice it goes. All the players will change now, and we'll see the second units come out here halfway through this man advantage for the Vikes. Stinson. Pass is in the skates of Casalato. He gets it down there anyway. Stojan trips on the goal. There we go. No harm, no foul there. Stojan's been coming out to play the puck a lot, hasn't he? He's been looking comfortable with it there, but that time just tripped on a banana peel down there in the crease. We'll have a stoppage in play. Vikes are going to get an offensive zone face-off here. 53 seconds left in the man advantage. Off the face-off, Lavoie. He gathers it. Now the Vikes look to set it up. Dornan far side for Casalato. Wrist shot saved by Stojan. Into the corner it goes. Casalato down for Fournier. Fournier spins with it. Daniels in there on the penalty kill trying to turn things over. Catelier just knifes it out of there, and it's out of the zone for the time being. Dornan far side to Casalato. Down into the goal, into the end they go. Stojan, he's out to play it tonight often. Now it's up around the glass. Now the players will battle for it there. 20 seconds left in this man advantage. Vikes looking for their first kind of open scoring chance here on this thing. Fournier. Daniels down there. The Mariners doing a good job right now, just slowing things down here. Fournier digging at it. Fournier comes up with it. VIU is going to come back to even strength here. Now, behind the goal, Castellato has it. Long shift for the Mariners. Vikes still have possession of it here in the Mariners zone. Lavoie chipping it for Castellato. Castellato, Lavoie, there's Dornan. Dornan trying to find Evers, but it's turned over. Now VIU breaks it ahead. It's Power and Earhart with Catalier. He's the last man in there. Back for Earhart. Big save by Garrity. Oh, what a kick save there on the odd man rush on Carson Earhart. Point blank save there with the left pad, right there. Oh, what a save by the rookie goaltender for the Vikes. A nifty 3-on-2 there, executed by the Mariners. Just as the Mariners killed the penalty, now they're going to look to get some mojo going in their favor. Back the draws one back to Pause, in for Hunter. Jones with a shot off the crossbar. Earhart has it now, spinning. Rolling puck back behind the goal. Hunter looking out front there. Puck is rolling. There's loose right at the side of the net. They score! There's the captain right on the doorstep. Number 10, Ethan Jones. Scores to make it a 1-0 game. VIU takes the lead here with 2:44 left to go in the first period. This is the captain's team here, the Mariners. He's leading them once again this season, and he opens the scoring tonight. Now let's see if the Vikes can respond with a good shift here. Puck is played down into the Mariners zone. Wickham will bring it out for VIU. After a couple of miraculous saves there by Garrity, Jones breaks the goose egg. And you heard it here, folks. The crowd is pumped up here, there in the house. Strange takes a hit, and the puck goes into the Mariners' end. Sweeney after it, overskates it as Wickham picked it up. Now behind the goal, Strange played it there, but Pause is the person to pick it up. Up along the wall to Bergeson. He takes a check, but gets it out to Sato. Sato's up there with Newens. It comes to Newens at the top of the circle. He takes a big hit there by Stinson. Shot towards the goal. Kick save. Rebound came right out. Cook had a shot towards the goal. That was blocked by Strange. Now Cook dealing with it. Back to Truswell. Crowd forming in front. There's the shot. Knocked down and into the corner. 1:40 left in the first period. Bergeson back for Newens. Rips one. Big save. Garrity off the left pad. There's another one in front. Here's a loose puck. Bergeson. Big save. Diving across was Garrity. VIU now taking the balance of play. The shots are 16-9. Vikes say uncle and ice it down with 1:19 on the clock in the first period. Both teams have had their chances here. VIU, the latest. Bergeson, shot, scoring chance right from the left dot. Stojan's made some good saves, as well as Ronan Garrity for the Vikes. Vikes here, looking to get this puck out. Trying to hang in there right now. We're going to take another icing here. Vikes got to be careful of that late goal. Ryan Strange, that's the captain for the Vikes. You just saw Ethan Jones score his 13th of the season. Ryan Strange, he wears the C for UVic on the faceoff. Wins it back to Eric Stinson. Nice forecheck there by Strome. Up along the wall, Strome's got it. Strome walking in from the hash marks. There's a shot. Saved by Garrity. We'll cover it up here. Now finally the Vikes can change after those two icing plays. Big goal there from Ethan Jones. VIU, they keep rolling here. Kind of a gut check game here for the Vikes tonight. Fournier on the draw. Back for Kyle Crew behind the goal. Vikes trying to get it out here. 45 seconds left in this first period. Stretch pass up for Laskowski. He's watched by Truswell. Trying to get it off the wall, but VIU comes up with it. Strome down towards the goal. Garrity will make the glove save. 31 seconds now left. Now we'll have a conference of the minds down here in the corner. The referee is pointing at people and saying, "You're going, you're going." And they don't mean to Dairy Queen, they mean to the penalty box. Looks like Laskowski is going for the Vikes. Maybe that's the only one going too. Hostilities kind of pick up here in the last minute of the first. Here's the replay. Strome into Garrity. Garrity covers it up there. And that's when the action started after that save. VIU here. They're going to go to the Prime Performance and Therapy power play. Sounds like a good place to go. Get checked out. Prime Performance and Therapy in the area here, Mariners sponsor. 31 seconds for this VIU power play. Feels like a big moment in this game, although we're only in the first period. See if the Vikes can get this thing to the intermission. Jones to Wickham. Can VIU add? Earhart, far side for Jones. Look at all the players in front of the goal there. Wickham, trying to take a shot there, he fanned on it. Now Crew. Players get tangled up there together. Crew just hammered it all the way down. 10 seconds left to go in the first period. VIU can get one more shot if they hurry. Earhart, across the blue line, pulled down, no penalty. That'll do it for the first, as Strange gets it out of the zone to end the first period. After one period of play here in Nanaimo, the home team, VIU, leads 1-0 on a goal from the captain, Ethan Jones. Thanks for watching, everybody. Come back for the second period. We'll have an intermission show coming up here. Rogers TV from Nanaimo.
With Rogers TV, you can cheer on the home team from the comfort of your living room. We'll head to the rink, the field, the court, or the pitch, so you don't have to. Tune in and cheer on your local amateur athletes on Rogers TV.
Every community has a story worth sharing, and Rogers TV brings you closer to the heart of your town.
I want to see your hands up.
With trusted news sources, community updates, and local voices reflecting your city.
There is a possibility for tomorrow to look different.
From politics and municipal issues to education and stories that impact your family and local businesses, Rogers TV keeps you informed. Tune in to your local Rogers TV channel to discover stories that connect us. Your community, your news.
Welcome to Nanaimo Clippers Rapid Fire. I'm Dan Marshall. Today joined by Clippers forward, Indiana Grossbard.
Hey.
What's the biggest and best thing that you've ever bought just for yourself?
Michael Jordan rookie card.
If there was a movie about you, who would you want, which actor to play you?
Will Ferrell.
In a typical day in season, what time do you wake up?
9:30.
Who's the NHL player you most try to play like and why?
Brendan Gallagher.
Would people describe your shot as a rocket or a muffin?
Rocket.
If both your goalies were injured, could you strap on the pads and get the team a win?
No.
What's the last thing you can remember binge watching?
Stranger Things.
What do you wear to sleep most days? Underwear, pajamas, nothing, or rather not say?
Changes every night.
Cats, dogs, or neither?
Definitely dogs.
The EA Sports NHL video game, love it or don't care?
Don't care.
That is the Nanaimo Clippers Rapid Fire with
Indiana Grossbard.
It's a new season for the Nanaimo Buccaneers. The team has a new look on the ice and a couple of familiar faces behind the bench.
Brett and I have known each other a long time. We read well off each other. We have the same vision for where this team's going and where we want it to go. He's going to work with the forwards. Naturally, he was a forward, and I'm going to work with the D, and I was a defenseman. Both played college hockey, and I think that we can provide the instruction that these guys need to keep getting better day in and day out. I think we acquired players who are like-minded. We have a really good room. We have great leadership. And I just think that a lot of guys on our team want to make it to that next step and play in the BCIHL or play Junior A somewhere. So I think that helps when you have players that come in and want to work hard and progress through their career.
And a nice pass to the side. Cruikshank scores! That's the opener! It's a power play goal, and it belongs to Madden Cruikshank.
I think we have a good mix of talent. I think we have some guys who are going to score for us. We've acquired a couple local guys who are pretty talented. Then we have those guys that are going to get in the corners and get us pucks and get those other guys the puck in front. And then we have our stay-at-home D-men who are going to be positive for us in defensive roles. So I think the mix of our team complements where we're headed.
Back to the point as the one-time shot scores! Drayton Howard! Hayward, he fires it hard and high!
The beginning of the season doesn't really give you a complete reflection of what the team might look like at the end of the season. It's all those little habits in practice where you're looking to get better every practice you're on the ice, and I've seen that with this group, and since the start when they came in till now, it's already been positive progression, and I expect to keep seeing that.
Sends it up top to Nordley, shoots through traffic, it bounced, they score!
They can expect us to work hard for them night in and night out, and I think that's something that we'll take pride in, and we'll provide the best hockey experience we can for them when they come out. And you know, the team is becoming more of a homegrown team, and we're looking to have kids being able to stay here instead of leaving Nanaimo. You know, Nanaimo team should have Nanaimo players on it, and not to say we won't have kids come from other places, but you've been seeing for so long kids leaving town to go play elsewhere when they should be able to stay here and play in front of their family and friends.
Try and move it out along the boards. There's a steal in front, and the near side scores! Needham!
Are you a passionate content creator ready to expand your audience reach? Do you have unique stories, captivating hobbies, or special interests that deserve a spotlight? Rogers TV is here to amplify your voice within the community. We offer you the platform to broadcast your content to a wider audience. And the best part, it's completely free. Don't miss this opportunity to share your vision and engage with viewers. Find out how Rogers TV can transform your content journey today.
Hockey fans, welcome back to Nanaimo. After one period of play, VIU 1-0 lead on a goal from Ethan Jones, the captain, and a big spirited goal it was. What a turnout here in Nanaimo for VIU. This is the last game of the season for these two teams against one another. So far the season series is at 2 games apiece, so some bragging rights on the line, and what a goal from the captain, of course, we had there. All the players here tonight from all across Canada, the United States, in here in this BCIHL league, as we look at the highlights here, showcasing their skills. These are students at UVic, and of course up here in the Nanaimo area at VIU. These guys here, they're looking to win the cup. For VIU, they got a lot on the line as they have their captain, Ethan Jones and Earhart. Could this be their last season with VIU? That's the motivation for these guys. For UVic tonight, they're trying to get things back in a winning way for them. They're 2-4 in the month of January, and they have some key injuries to their top scorers, J.J. Piquel and Booker Daniel. So they want to show up for their teammates as well. Tonight there, they've been good on the forecheck there with some of their new characters, as you see Zion Lavoie and Savek Brar. Connor Stojan has been good so far in the game. On the VIU side of things, another thing is revenge. 2 years ago, VIU won their first championship in franchise history. They hoisted the cup there in Logan Lake. Remember that one? Gavin Rouser was the captain. But last season, it was the Vikes' time to shine. Led by their captain, Dan Gattenby, the Vikes, in a bit of an upset there, knocked off VIU in Victoria. So this season, VIU, they're on a mission, as you can tell from the standings, and by their performance tonight. As you can tell here on Rogers TV, the support from the community is fantastic here in Nanaimo. The place is really full from wall to wall here, and the lobby is full of people enjoying tonight's game. Now, back to the game. Shots after one period of play are 18-9. VIU is going to start the second period on a power play. Ronan Garrity from the UVic, he's been a standout for the Vikes, really keeping them in there. Of course, every road team that comes in here, it's a tough matchup. VIU undefeated this season at home. So if the Vikes are going to get into this game here, they're going to have to kill off this penalty here, and Ronan Garrity is going to have to keep making those big saves. From the Vikes side of things, they got a lot of new characters as returning champs. They have some people here in their first year or second year that are stepping up in a leadership role down the stretch into the playoffs. Let's look in the second period for Zion Lavoie. He's from the West Shore Wolves of the VIJHL. In 9 games this season, 4 goals. Let's watch out for him, as well as number 14, Cole Fournier from the Fernie Ghost Riders. Who could forget that one? So, after one, there's just some people to watch out for there. Folks, Rogers TV, BCIHL action. How does that sound? From Nanaimo here, my name is Matt. Happy to be here tonight with you. Let's come back for second period action on Rogers TV after this break.
You're watching an interesting local show on Rogers TV and you want to know more. That's when you head to rogerstv.com. Our website provides more information about our programs, our hosts, our schedule, and about how you too can get involved with Rogers TV. Visit us online at rogerstv.com.
Are you a passionate content creator ready to expand your audience reach? Do you have unique stories, captivating hobbies, or special interests that deserve a spotlight? Rogers TV is here to amplify your voice within the community. We offer you the platform to broadcast your content to a wider audience. And the best part, it's completely free. Don't miss this opportunity to share your vision and engage with viewers. Find out how Rogers TV can transform your content journey today.
Welcome to Nanaimo Clippers Reflections. I'm Dan Marshall. Today joined by Clippers forward, Sam Boisvert. Sam, what was the name of the first team you can ever remember playing on, and what do you remember about that team?
I would say it was Timbits when I was 5 years old. I would say just like playing on hockey for the first time, like skating. I wasn't very good, but like I just loved it.
What advice would you give 12-year-old you about becoming a junior hockey player?
I would say just stay consistent. I would say like even shoot pucks every day, do something to like stay mentally well.
When you grew up outside of hockey, what were some of your favorite things to do?
I used to motocross when I was younger, so that was very fun. I also used to play soccer, so that was pretty cool too.
What do you remember about suiting up for your first ever junior hockey game?
It was a grind. I would say it was very fast, physical, so it was definitely like a step to like U18.
Where was it, and what do you remember about the first time you ever got to see an NHL game in person?
I think I was 8 years old. It was in Montreal, obviously, and it was just so special. Like that was like my dream, and like how special it is to watch those guys play live.
If you have a tough time in and around hockey season, who's somebody that you think of to first call or text?
I would say my mom. She's like my #1 fan, and like she's always there for me, so like I always text her first.
That is the Nanaimo Clippers Reflections with Sam Boisvert.
Every community has a story worth sharing, and Rogers TV brings you closer to the heart of your town.
I want to see your hands up.
With trusted news sources, community updates, and local voices reflecting your city.
There is a possibility for tomorrow to look different.
From politics and municipal issues to education and stories that impact your family and local businesses, Rogers TV keeps you informed. Tune in to your local Rogers TV channel to discover stories that connect us. Your community, your news.
With Rogers TV, you can cheer on the home team from the comfort of your living room. We'll head to the rink, the field, the court, or the pitch, so you don't have to. Tune in and cheer on your local amateur athletes on Rogers TV.
Every community has a story worth sharing, and Rogers TV brings you closer to the heart of your town.
I want to see your hands up.
With trusted news sources, community updates, and local voices reflecting your city.
There is a possibility for tomorrow to look different.
From politics and municipal issues to education and stories that impact your family and local businesses, Rogers TV keeps you informed. Tune in to your local Rogers TV channel to discover stories that connect us. Your community, your news.
Welcome to Nanaimo Clippers Reflections. I'm Dan Marshall. Today joined by Clippers forward, Indiana Grossbard.
Hey.
What's something really cool about your hometown?
I grew up in New York City, and it's the coolest city in the world.
Which coach in your career has had the biggest influence and impact on you?
Steve Novadar, he was my coach my first 2 years in high school.
When was the last time you remember you got to play in front of your friends or family?
December 20th, the day before my birthday, when we went on break, my mom came up.
What do you remember about the first time you had to try out for a hockey team and then you made it?
When I was 4 years old in New York City, I had basically just been like skating, hadn't played organized hockey yet, and I tried out for a team local to me, and I made it. My parents didn't believe me, and then that's all I remember.
In as much detail as you can remember, describe your first goal in junior hockey.
So it was the first game of the BCIHL showcase. It was pretty early in the morning, and then it got delayed because of a power outage, so we ended up waiting in the rink for about 4 hours. And then got rescheduled to a random rink, I think in Coquitlam. And yeah, so I scored my first goal from a pass from Tanner Brender in basically a youth hockey rink with no fans.
What's something your mom or dad or a family member did or said that really made an impact on you?
When I was really, really young, I watched my cousin play hockey for the first time, and it got me into it and introduced me to the game.
That is the Nanaimo Clippers Reflections with Indiana Grossbard.
All right, BCIHL fans, who's ready for the second period? Welcome back to Nanaimo here, BCIHL Saturday Night Hockey on Rogers TV. The home team, they're up by a goal, and they start the second period on the power play. Kyle Crew puts it down the ice. Kind of a big moment in the game here right now for both these clubs here. VIU go to the power play. Brought to you by Prime Performance and Therapy. Here we go. Behind the goal, Reed Fryer knocks it down, and he'll get it out and put it down the ice. Just a minute left to go on that minor penalty to Cade Laskowski of the Vikes, taken late in that first period. Earhart across the line, moving towards the goal. Out front he has Hunter. Pass was in his skates. 45 seconds left here. Jones from the dot. Centering pass went off escape to the corner. There's Earhart. There he goes, and down the penalty killers, trying to get it off him. Fournier to the line, just out past Nolan Wickham. 35 seconds left to go here on the VIU man advantage. Ethan Jones, there's the goal scorer, across the line. Stops up there, watched by Byrne. Ethan Jones gets it back to Earhart. Now they set things up here with 18 seconds left on the power play. Earhart in front of the goal. There's Hunter, and then Newens is on the far side. Wickham skates. There's Earhart with some room. Block shot by Kyle Crew. Mike's about to go back to even strength. Earhart, one-timer. Missed the goal. Laskowski's back out there. VIU pressure continues. Wickham bouncing puck. Knocked down there. Jones will come up with it. Down low there, but it's picked off by Fryer and out to the neutral zone. Team's trying to change though, but Newens is coming in on a rush. Hauled down, and we'll get another penalty here to the Vikes. Cage Newens skating down the wall there. hauled down by Kyle Crew right there on your screen. Vikes taking their second minor in a row here. Good work there by Cage Newens to keep his feet moving and draw the penalty there. Vikes in a little bit of penalty trouble here to begin the second period. VIU, they go back to the prime performance and therapy power play. Check out those guys here, get some performance therapy. That sounds good. All right, off the draw, Daniels at the point. Look at the Mariners go right to the front of the goal there. Now they disperse to try and set up this shot. Sato, watched by Tokic. There's Pause up top for Daniels. This is the Mariners' second unit out here. Look at him go here. Pause leaves it for Daniels. Parked right in front there is Sato battling with Tokic. Garrity just looking over their shoulders, trying to find the puck. It rolls behind the goal. McKnight will find it and rip it down the ice. 30 seconds elapsed in the power play. Penalty killers for the Vikes here. Laskowski, Fournier, McKnight, and Tokic. Daniels has it for the Mariners, brings it in. Dropped it there, but Laskowski was the only player in the neighborhood. Down the ice it goes. Still a minute left to go in this power play. VIU, they have the edge in shots in the game as well. Kind of feeling their mojo here right now. Corbett skating with it. Diving Vikes defender there. Couldn't knock it down. Puck comes back to the point. Daniels, far side for Pause in the slot. Bergeson, pass doesn't connect there. Tokic off the wall and down the ice they go. Vikes will get a penalty killer change here with 40 seconds left to go. Second period with that long change. So fresh penalty killing unit comes out here for the Vikes. Meanwhile, the Mariners. There's Jones. Up into the slot. There's a wrist shot. Just missed the goal. Back behind the net, they all run for it. Bergeson up for Earhart. Earhart just can't find the handle, and it'll come out of the zone. Much to the celebration of the Vikes bench there. Jones trying to get into the zone there. He's whacked by a couple of Vikes players, and now Fryer will knock it down there. Just 7 seconds left in this power play. It looks like the Vikes will kill this one off. Far side, there goes Newens on a run again. Down the wall. With his head up, looking to make a play. Looking to find Jones there in the slot. Pass doesn't connect. Back to the point, Hunter, watched by LeBlanc. VIU has had the puck this whole period, seemingly. Up against the side of the goal. Fryer up the wall, takes a hit. Now the Vikes control it. Evers looking for LeBlanc. LeBlanc's behind the defender. Can't connect with the puck, though. LeBlanc out front. Evers is alone, but Stojan is there to cover it up. And players battle for it here. All the players want to stick up for their goalies and their teammates. Especially the goalies. That's just the way it always is. Isn't that right? Rogers TV here. There's the replay we talked about in the intermission. Just how everybody on the team, they want to play for one another. That's how hockey players are wired. Especially when it comes to the goalie there. So let's watch and see how that develops. Vikes are going to want to put more hockey players in front of the VIU net. Meanwhile, back in the play-by-play, Mariners, they're down in the Vikes zone there. There's Cook. Great new defenseman there for VIU. Really valuable all season long. Number 6, Corbett, far side for Truswell. Truswell down for Cook. Looking to get it in front there, but Stinson broke that up. Now there's going to be a battle behind the goal. Stinson, 62 for the Vikes. Vikes can't get it out. Cook keeps it in. They score! Chase Cook with a point shot. Through the crowd, finds its way to the back of the goal. VIU is up by 2 now. Chase Cook was with his 3rd of the season. Nanaimo Ice Center. Getting loud right now. 2-0 lead for VIU. Up the wall, big body check, Sam Lewis. Vikes are offside. Sam Lewis there, trying to get some momentum. Back for the Vikes there, laid the body. Not sure Catelier touched the puck there, but no harm, no foul, says the official. As Catelier, he's up and at him like nothing happened. Just got a few screws loose there. He's got to tighten on his helmet. He was a star last night in Victoria. A couple breakaways and penalty killing. Number 11 for VIU, who have just made it 2-0 here on a goal from their defenseman. Back behind the goal, there comes a VIU forecheck. Vikes are just hanging in this thing right now. There's a shot from the point, saved by Garrity, and a crowd forms in front of the goal. Everybody grabs a jersey. Players looking to exchange jerseys. There's a shot from the point, and that's a custom in some sports, right? Basketball, trade jerseys with the other team. I don't think that's exactly what the guys are doing on that play. So much of the game is fought for in front of the net, in the corners, along the wall. That's on display here in the last few minutes. And it was a point shot that made it 2-0 for VIU. 5 minutes and change gone by in the second period. Vikes would like to get something going in their favor here, but VIU, they got a lot of mojo. The crowd is in this thing. Things are starting to snowball a little bit here. Offside at the line. Vikes played a good road first period. Some good scoring chances of their own. Tom Sweeney, big scoring chance right on the doorstep. Remember that one? Stojan made a big save. There's Lucas Byrne on your screen lining up against Cage Newens. And then the face-off, Fournier and Sato. Mariners gain the line and go down into the zone. Crew rips it out. That's going to be icing. As the little lift pass didn't work out. Went all the way down the ice. There's Noah Danforth on your screen, the veteran player. There's another look at the goal. Chase Cook with the shot. Just through a crowd there, beat Ronan Garrity. VIU's defense core here having a good season. After missing a couple players from last season, they're coming to their own here. The absence of their leader, Brandon Moody, also. Vikes get the puck, far side Laskowski. Byrne could not get it to him. Crew puts it in around the wall. Now the Vikes forecheck looks to establish something here. Puck rolls to Stojan and we'll have a face-off. The VIU's defensive zone here. Folks, if you missed earlier, prior to puck drop, you may notice those new VIU jerseys there. New jerseys brought to you, sponsored by Promac. That's a local business here. There's all the local businesses and supporters of this league. We thank you, Tom Harris Community Foundation, the Saints team. That's a financial company there. Thank you very much for your support. Off the draw in front, Sweeney scores! Tom Sweeney in front of the goal, scores for the Vikes. Vikes won the draw. Reed Pryor just threw it on net. Tom Sweeney collected the rebound there from his knees, knocks it in the goal. Kind of a harmless looking play, but there he is right on the doorstep there. Tom Sweeney, the veteran player for the Vikes, has his fourth of the season. Big goal for the Vikes. 2-1 now. Kyle Crew through the neutral zone to Evers. Now the Vikes have a little pep in their step moving into the zone. Evers just goes into the net. Sweeney's down behind the goal. Now they're whacking away at each other. Let's take another look at this goal. Fryer down the wing. Just threw it in front, and Tom Sweeney from his office there. And the Selly. Vikes tonight, without their leading scorers, J.J. Piquel and Booker Daniel, looking to score goals by committee here. That's a big goal for them to get them in this game. Up the wall there. Oh, the VIU looking for a break. Fryer back to break that thing up. Jones looking dangerous there. As always, Hunter. He's spun out, but play continues. Earhart into the slot there. Wickham jumping into the play. Saved by Garrity. Muskowski tied him up as well. Jones, nice dangle there. Looking far side for Hunter. That doesn't connect. Now the players will battle for it along the wall. Hunter in the corner. Jones rather stops up with it. Now the top line goes to work for VIU. Earhart out front of the goal. Jones from an angle. Saved by Garrity. 12:42 left in the second period here. Rogers TV, BCIHL action. There's the captain for the Mariners with the chance. Ronan Garrity, the rookie goaltender for the Vikes there. Number 33 between the pipes. And spent some time with the Edmonton Oil Kings, the WHL. The Grandview Steelers. So much talent in this league, folks. The WHL, Junior A hockey. Drew Dornan in there negates the icing. Now the Vikes will have a chance to get something going here. Savek Brar is down there on the forecheck. There's a check there. Vikes bench wants a penalty. None coming. Out in front of the goal, Lavoie. There's Dornan after it. Nice block by Trustwell. Vikes have it at the side there. Stinson back looking for Dornan. Broken up there. Now here's a 2-on-1 chance for VIU. Strom at the line, just onside, has Corbett going towards the goal. But he's nicely taken out there by Tokic. Up the wall there, Tokic to Lavoie. Chipping it off the wall and out. VIU will corral it in the neutral zone and put it back down into the Vikes side of things. Strom in there. Big collision behind the game. He's had a good game here, number 8 for VIU. Kind of been in the middle of everything here. Driving engine here for this line. Tokic circling back. Teams will change. Tokic up the wall. That does not connect. Now Bennett has it here. The play is blown down with a hand pass. 11:29 left in the second period. Well, we got to give a shout out. How's everyone doing out there tonight? BCIHL Rogers TV. All the family members and friends of these athletes watching from across North America, cheering on your favorite team and favorite player. These guys have come a long way in their hockey career, haven't they? Now they're student athletes here. This university league. Competitive league here, which includes 3 other teams. Let's get into this play-by-play though here before we miss anything. Up along the wall, Lewis picks it up for the Vikes. Through the neutral zone, they're up there with Zitko trying to cause some problems. Jason Scott plays it down. There goes the Vikes forecheck. Casalado in there. Star player from the Wolfpack last year. First year with the Vikes, number 10. Watch out for him. He's a shooter as well. There he is trying to create a turnover there with a forecheck. Puck comes back into the Vikes possession here. Nearing halfway through regulation. Tom Sweeney's just scored. Making 2-1 now. VIU holds on to that 1-goal lead. There's Robson. Luke Robson with his debut. 97 for VIU. He's out there right now. Vikes control it in the neutral zone. Strange trying to gain the line there. Stick check from Newens. Breaks that up momentarily. VIU back to make a plan here. Danforth, nice pass up to Bergeson. Bergeson on the rush. There's a shot. Saved by Garrity, who will cover it up here. 10 minutes and 11 seconds left to go in the second period. Yes, this BCIHL league, we'll go look at the replays here. Other teams in this league, Okanagan Lakers, those guys are in Kelowna. Logan Lake Miners, that's the Kamloops and Merritt schools, and SFU. Pretty good league if this is your first exposure. Get involved with the league here. Thanks to Rogers TV tonight for bringing the game. We're rolling here in another good game between these two teams here. Epic matchup here on the island. All right, let's get into the play-by-play, shall we? In the Mariners zone. Up the wall. Vikes turn it over here. Teams just exchanging possessions right now. Evers across the line. There's the big guy there. Evers down the wall. That doesn't work out here. Now Sato knocks the stick out of Laskowski's hands. Play continues. Just three minor penalties tonight so far. 2 taken by the Vikes. Newens in the slot, moving in. Nice check there by Fryer to step up and remove his man from the puck. Nolan Wickham, last year all-star defenseman. Turnover, nice play, Byrne bringing it in. Byrne at the dot, there's a shot. Kick saved by Stojan. Crew moving in from the point. Will just elect to play it below the goal. Wickham in there, back to pick it up for VIU. Bringing it up ahead. Far side pass to Earhart off his skate. Just onside, Jones with it. That's checked away there by a UVic defender. Now behind the goal. There he goes, the captain. Battling with Fryer, he's up with it. All the way back to Wickham. Wickham wrist shot, blocker save by Garrity. And now VIU are kind of hovering around like sharks in the offensive zone. Wickham towards the goal, looking for Jones. Pass does not connect here. There's a slot, Earhart, blocker save, Garrity. Now the Vikes just want to get the puck out of here as UVic is feeling themselves on this shift. Fournier in there to try and get a hold of it. Crew off the glass and out it goes. Vikes want an interference call there, not coming. Instead, they'll take an icing and have to go all the way back to take the face-off there. Vikes, they want a penalty on that as they feel the Vikes player was interfered with in the rush for icing here. We take another look at some of the goals there. Now players on the ice are arguing because there's 8 minutes. So time for the TV timeout, but the Mariners are saying, not so fast, they just got an icing. So one thing leads to another here, and it looks like we're gonna have our Rogers TV timeout. Is that clear as mud to everyone at home? Vikes arguing the icing call. They're gonna get on a break anyway. Here's the replay, there's the goal from Chase Cook. Number 6, the rookie defenseman for the Mariners. Shot from the point through 3 players there, third of the season there from Chase Cook. You know, some of the great defensemen over the last few years for VIU, of course going back to Martin and Max Struss, remember that player? Archambault, some of these guys. All these new guys, it's kind of up to them to step in, and Chase Cook is doing that this year for VIU. All right, couple more sponsors here. Nanaimo Mitsubishi. That sounds good. Check those guys out. Driven by value, powered by you. Get a new car, why don't you? Valentine's Day is coming up. There you go. I'll take a SUV. No, I'll take a Mitsubishi. How about that? All right, face off in the Vike zone. All said and done, we're back to play-by-play here with 8 minutes and change left in the second period. Behind the goal, Cook looking to make a play. Jumping into the play there, far side, power, blocked by Crew. The puck goes out of play. We'll get a stoppage in play with 7:49. Halfway through this game here. Well, Rogers TV here at BCIHL. I'm having a ball here. My name is Matt. Subbing in here tonight. Usually I'm doing the UVic games. Super pumped to be here tonight, having a ball with you all here in Nanaimo. These VIU guys, they do a good job with the Mariners, no doubt about that. In the UVic zone, power towards the goal. Puck was redirected there. Nice play by Cook to keep it in. Goes cross ice there, makes the Vikes go back and think about it. Turnover there, just eluded this lucky bounce there for the Vikes. Corbett couldn't pick it up. Teams exchanging possessions the last couple minutes. A little bit more sloppy, a lot more stick checking. Tight stick checking the last few minutes here. Like that, turnovers in the neutral zone. There's a big hit there by Brar right in front of VIU's bench. Powers kind of holding on to them as they dance there. Meanwhile, the hockey game continues in the VIU end. Cook watched by Dornan. He's going to skate around. Good forecheck there by Dornan to create a turnover. Now Castellado's in there for the Vikes. Castellado trying to protect the puck from Power. Now Castellado with his head up looking to make a pass. Back to Tokic. Tokic jumps into the zone. Looking in front there with a shot pass. It went into the corner away from harm's way. Corbett back this way. Just missed a check from Stinson. Now teams will, on the change there, we're going to have a bench minor. The puck came in front of the VIU bench there just as they were changing. They're going to take a minor penalty here for too many men on the ice. So with 6:35 left in the second period, we're going to have the Vikes' second power play of the game. 0 for 1 so far. Here's a replay on Rogers TV. Vikes, there's the Vikes bench there. Well, that's live, rather. There's the star defenseman there, Kyle Crew. Captain Ryan Strange in to take the draw against Matthew Catelier. Mariners control, but the puck goes out of play. We'll have to do it all again here. As the puck goes out of play. So, folks, we're going to a Vikes power play here. 6:30 left in the second period. Vikes have just scored Tom Sweeney a few minutes ago here to make it a 2-1 game. So here's a big moment of the game here for the Vikes on this power play. Let's see what happens here. Behind the goal it goes. Daniels is out there to kill this thing off to start with, and he does a good job by clearing it all the way down the ice. Catelier, Sato, Daniels, and Danforth out there to kill this thing. Here comes the Vikes power play led by Kyle Crew. Kyle Crew up for Lucas Byrne, and down they go on the forecheck. Stojan out to play it, up around the wall. Stojan hasn't been too busy. Let's see if the Vikes can test him here. Down low, Laskowski, up for Stinson. Stinson far side for Byrne, gonna leave it for Crew. Crew over for Stinson. Looking at there, there's a shot. Knocked down, Strange looking to find the handle. Puck goes into the corner. Vikes now looking for their shot that they want. Laskowski's in front of the goal, battling with Danforth as Crew brings it down the wall. Back up for Byrne. Far side, Stinson's just gonna hammer one. Big save there, Stojan. Puck comes behind the goal. Strange with it. Back up for Stinson. 1 minute gone by the power play. Stinson turns it over. Danforth turns it down the ice for the Mariners. Big sequence there. First half of the power play gone by. Eric Stinson, here's the star player from the VI team, the Islanders, Kerry Park. He's out there on this power play continues, but they can't get possession of the puck in the VIU zone. They're going to have to go back and make another plan. Now it's Strome out there. He's been all around it tonight. He's out there with Power, Pause, and Wickham. Second penalty kill unit, VIU. Meanwhile, Castellano brings it into the zone. At the dot, there's a shot. Went off the bar all the way around the zone. Just kept in there by Evers. Jordan in the slot. Shot goes off of a VIU stick. Out of play. Just 7 seconds left to go. This power play. Close play at the line there. Evers keeping it in. 2 VIU players. There's Dornan on your screen there, the rookie for the Vikes. He's up and at him. Well, it's one thing that these guys don't really do, and that's go halfway. They're pretty full out, these two teams. Back-to-back weekend series. Schedule came out. This was circled on the calendar. Laskowski at the top of the zone. Penalty is expiring here. Teams back to even strength. Vikes 0 for 2 on the power play. Cole Fournier behind the goal, up for Lewis. Lewis with the shot right there. Byrne on the doorstep over the goal. Pause clears it ahead there. Vikes still buzzing. Byrne stops up towards the slot there. Fournier with a wrist shot. Nice block shot by Pause. McKnight from the wall. There's a save there from Stojan, who will just calm things down for VIU with 4:11 left to go in the second period. Vikes 0 for 2 on the power play. but looking pretty dangerous on that last shift. In the VIU zone, Stojan now, 13 saves. Beaver Valley Nighthawks, that is a cool name if you ever heard one. Some of these guys are from teams with the greatest names. Ghost Riders and the Nighthawks. Having a ball. All right. How's everybody doing out there? Rogers TV, good period here we've had. Each team scored a goal so far in this period. We come down the stretch here in the second period. 3:45 or so to go. Now we're going to have a penalty behind the play to VIU. Play along the wall. We're going to have a minor penalty to VIU. Vikes will go back to the power play. Vikes started this period taking 2 minors in a row that got them in a bit of hot water. Now it's VIU that have taken 2 minors. Ferguson going this time. Hit to the head behind the play. So that might cost him 10 minutes as well as the minor. Here's a replay there on Rogers TV. Behind the goal, big hit there. A late hit high to the head. All right. Another big power play here for the Vikes. Stinson out there. Stinson, Cruz, Strange, Laskowski, and Byrne. Can they tie this thing up here? Let's find out. Byrne has the puck. Moves it along the wall. Strange is in the slot. Laskowski's down low, but it's Strome looking for it. Crew hammers it down the wall. Gets it back. Crew far side to Stinson. There's the doctor here. Stinson with it. Over for Crew. Pass misses. Puck comes below the line there. Players collide. Trustwell, good penalty killing there with a big hit. Now Crew has it. Far side now is Byrne. Leaves it for Stinson. Strome. Nice play by Strome to break it up and send it down. Number 8, Landon Strome. 5-0 seconds gone by in the power play, and it continues for the Vikes. Into the Mariners zone, up and around the wall and out. Vikes have to go back and make a new plan. New penalty killers join the stage here. Catelier, Sato up front, circling around to kill this one. Stinson coming into the zone. He's body checked there, creates a turnover, and down it goes. Good play there from the penalty killer. Ronan Garrity with a nifty move there. Sato forechecking. Up the wall, Castellato, Vikes second unit now out there. There goes 22 Sweeney on the forecheck. Daniels back to get it though, and down it goes. Half a minute left on the Vikes power play. 2 minutes and change in the second period. Owen Evers bringing it up here. Fournier and Lavoie up there with Castellato. Lavoie in the slot, there's a wrist shot. Nice save, Stojan. And we'll have a face-off in the VIU zone with 18 seconds left to go in the UVic power play. Here's the replay there. Lavoie with the wrist shot. That's one of the players we've had our eyes on here. Head coach Alec Dillon and GM has a pretty well-rounded club here in UVic. Looking for someone to take up shoot here. Pryor from the point. Looking to find their scoring touch here. Castellato with, that was Pryor jumping into the play, or rather Evers. Power broke it up. Power back this way, short-handed. Nice stick check there. Team's back at even strength here. VIU's killed another one. Up, down the wall. Into the VIU end. There goes the four checkers, and they're going to battle for it in the corner. Down to the right of Stojan. Players battling for it. Come on, Vikes, come up with it right in front. Evers with the scoring chance. Stojan with the save. Evers denied twice by Stojan. Easy for me to say. Here comes the replay here on Rogers TV. Right there, all the way across the crease. Look at the pass from Castellato. The third-year player from the Vikes was denied. Big saves by Stojan. Off the draw. Sweeney battling for it, but it's Earhart who comes up with it. The Nanaimo Ice Center is alive here Saturday night, BCIHL. This is the place to be right now. Stojan will cover it up. Good crowds all across the league from BCIHL. Nanaimo, they are the cream of the crop though. Good crowds there down in Logan Lake, and of course at UVic, Okanagan, and at Burnaby there, SFU. Tonight it's all about these guys though. UVic and the Mariners here. You know, if you were trying to write a script for a rivalry, you couldn't really write it much better than these guys. Exchanging cup wins, close games, overtime games. Every once in a while there's a blowout, but usually it comes down to the wire. We have another good one here so far as we're entering the final minute of the second period. VIU, bring it up. That's might be icing, but Jones is hustled, negates the icing, so play will continue here, 40 seconds and change. Trustwell jumping into the play, trying to keep it in, but the Vikes get it out for now. Back in it goes, half a minute. Garrity leaves it for Crew. Garrity has faced a ton of shots early in that period. Lately it's been Stojan with the saves. VIU down into the zone. Last 30 seconds here now. Marko Tokic has it. Forecheckers peel off momentarily. Tokic looking to find Zitko, and they do. Zitko into the zone. Drops it there for Sweeney. They can't handle it there. Puck is rolling. Cook will try and get it out here. Last 10 seconds of the period. Tokic will knock it down. Collision along the wall here. We're going to go to the second intermission, folks, with a one-goal game here in Nanaimo. On Rogers TV here. VIU, the home team, with the new threads. Looking to get revenge this year on the Vikes. They're in first place. They're up in the game, but not so fast. UVic, with a goal from Tom Sweeney, made it a one-goal game here. So going into the third period, we got a good one here, folks, on Rogers TV. We want to say hello to all the fans of the league, fans of the Vikes and the Mariners watching out there right now. Folks, stand by for the intermission show, but until then, thanks for watching and get ready for the third period action here on Rogers TV after this commercial.
Connect with us by visiting our website or email us at comments@rogerstv.com.
Every community has a story worth sharing, and Rogers TV brings you closer to the heart of your town.
I want to see your hands up.
With trusted news sources, community updates, and local voices reflecting your city.
There is a possibility for tomorrow to look different.
From politics and municipal issues to education and stories that impact your family and local businesses, Rogers TV keeps you informed. Tune in to your local Rogers TV channel to discover stories that connect us. Your community, your news.
Welcome to Nanaimo Clippers Rapid Fire. I'm Dan Marshall. Today joined by Clippers forward, Sam Boisvert. Sam, name one thing on your personal bucket list.
I would say buy an Apple Watch.
In your life, who do you think you text the most?
Probably my girlfriend and my mom.
Describe yourself as a hockey player in one word.
I would say playmaker.
Is there a vegetable that you will absolutely never eat?
Beets.
Chocolate or vanilla?
Chocolate.
What's the name of your first or your favorite pet?
Lexi. She's my current dog.
Have you ever hit a home run in baseball or softball?
Nah, not my game.
Would you be a good figure skater?
I would say yeah. A couple mohawks.
Is your bed at home made right now?
Nah, it's not.
How long do you think you could run without stopping?
15 kilometers.
That is the Nanaimo Clippers Rapid Fire with
Sam Boisvert.
Is tipped, and that one just wide of the net. Around the near side, swept across. Mike Ryan in, toe drag in, shot, shoulder, saved by Herschel Rudolph. He scores. Mike Ryan.
The season's going great. You know, it starts in essentially last spring, recruiting players and recruiting the right type of players. It starts in the dressing room and has led to success in games. Our guys work and compete every day in practice. And, you know, we've had success.
Gets it to Matthew. Shot through traffic. That one gloved by Senegowitz, and we get a stoppage here. First stoppage in play. Face-off will be in the Capital zone.
We haven't really had a game where we haven't worked hard. I think that's our number one thing, is we just work hard. And I think the systems Cam's put into place has just played them well for us. We play fast. We're good north-south, win puck battles, and then we've scored when we've had the chances. So I think we're just an all-around team. Like, we can kind of do it all, play whatever way we need to.
You know, our guys appreciate the community. They absolutely love it here. The players want to be here. They love how knowledgeable and how excited of a fan base we have.
The fans are great every night. You know, we have the bell that goes off when we score a big fight. Like, it gets loud in there. And then in the community, they're always supportive. We see kids at school visits, and they're like so excited to see us. So it's just great. Like, the community really rallies around us.
I was here when there wasn't as much success on the ice, and the fans still came out. So it's great to reward them with some success, give them an exciting brand of hockey, and you know, hopefully they can continue to come out and support us, and we can get out in the community and support them.
33 seconds left, and barring a miracle for Alberni, they clinch a playoff spot.
Playoff bound.
Passionate content creator ready to expand your audience reach? Do you have unique stories, captivating hobbies, or special interests that deserve a spotlight? Rogers TV is here to amplify your voice within the community. We offer you the platform to broadcast your content to a wider audience. And the best part, it's completely free. Don't miss this opportunity to share your vision and engage with viewers. Find out how Rogers TV can transform your content journey today.
All right, folks, welcome back to Nanaimo. Second intermission. How's everybody doing out there? BCIHL hockey on Rogers TV. And we got another good game going here between these two teams. What a matchup. 2-1 after 2 periods of play. That period, 1 goal each, and we're going to go to the highlights here. The package brought to you by Rogers TV. Just 1 goal in the first period. That was scored by Ethan Jones. The second period, though, lots of chances both ways. Of course, with these two clubs, the general managers, they recruit players from all over, hey? All the different leagues across Western Canada, even in America, to make these well-rounded teams. And what do you need for a team? All different kinds of players, right? The Vikes, here if you can see some of the star power for VIU on display, Ethan Jones. But you also see players like Chase Cook, the newcomer from VIU. He scored in the second period. And for the Vikes, Tom Sweeney, number 22. There's a chance there from rookie Vikes player Zion Lavoie. So with the program, you have a variety of players here. There's Power, penalty killing player there who scored last night in VIU's big victory. A couple other players I wanted to point out in this manner. Number 11, Matthew Catelier for VIU, and number 8, Landon Strome. Role players, no doubt, for VIU, but those are the quality players that make a team, that make VIU want to win so badly for one another. There's Jones opening the scoring back in the first period. He's pumped in the celly there for the home crowd. Some big saves in that first period, but Jones right on the doorstep. Jones' goal and Sweeney's goal in the second period were right on the doorstep. There he is, the captain. He's been leading this team here for a couple seasons. He played a little hockey in Fort Mac. What the journey that these guys take. There's the second goal from VIU, Chase Cook. with the point shot there. Landon Strome with the celly in front. All the journey for all these guys, playing in Junior A, playing all over in Ontario and in Saskatchewan. There's Tom Sweeney right there, right on the doorstep. The grinder goal there from the veteran player. Tom Sweeney this season, 8 points now, his 4th goal. He leads the Vikes, heart and soul player for them. And we're back here on Rogers TV. Hope you're all enjoying this. What a great atmosphere there is here in Nanaimo. We want to say a shout out to the Mariners here and to the fans of the league. And of course to the guys. All the players there giving it their all out there, putting on a show for us. Let's come back for the 3rd period and see how it plays out, eh? 2-1 after 2 periods of play. The home team is ahead. 3rd period action coming up next from Nanaimo on Rogers TV.
With Rogers TV, you can cheer on the home team from the comfort of your living room. We'll head to the rink, the field, the court, or the pitch, so you don't have to. Tune in and cheer on your local amateur athletes on Rogers TV.
Every community has a story worth sharing, and Rogers TV brings you closer to the heart of your town.
I want to see your hands up.
With trusted news sources, community updates, and local voices reflecting your city.
There is a possibility for tomorrow to look different.
From politics and municipal issues to education and stories that impact your family and local businesses, Rogers TV keeps you informed. Tune in to your local Rogers TV channel to discover stories that connect us. Your community, your news.
Welcome to Nanaimo Clippers Reflections. I'm Dan Marshall. Today joined by Clippers forward, Indiana Grossbard.
Hey.
What's something really cool about your hometown?
I grew up in New York City, and it's the coolest city in the world.
Which coach in your career has had the biggest influence and impact on you?
Steve Novodar is my coach my first 2 years in high school.
When was the last time you remember you got to play in front of your friends or family?
December 20th, the day before my birthday, when we went on break, my mom came up.
What do you remember about the first time you had to try out for a hockey team and then you made it?
When I was 4 years old in New York City, I had basically just been skating, hadn't played organized hockey yet, and I tried out for a team local to me, and I made it. My parents didn't believe me, and then that's all I remember.
In as much detail as you can remember, describe your first goal in junior hockey.
So it was the first game of the BCIHL showcase. It was pretty early in the morning, and then it got delayed because of a power outage, so we ended up waiting in the rink for about 4 hours. And then got rescheduled to a random rink, I think in Coquitlam. So I scored my first goal from a pass from Tanner Brender in basically a youth hockey rink with no fans.
What's something your mom or dad or a family member did or said that really made an impact on you?
When I was really, really young, I watched my cousin play hockey for the first time, and it got me into it and introduced me to the game.
That is the Nanaimo Clippers Reflections with Indiana Grossbard.
Are you a passionate content creator ready to expand your audience reach? Do you have unique stories, captivating hobbies, or special interests that deserve a spotlight? Rogers TV is here to amplify your voice within the community. We offer you the platform to broadcast your content to a wider audience. And the best part, it's completely free. Don't miss this opportunity to share your vision and engage with viewers. Find out how Rogers TV can transform your content journey today.
Watching an interesting local show on Rogers TV and you want to know more, that's when you head to rogerstv.com. Our website provides more information about our programs, our hosts, our schedule, and about how you too can get involved with Rogers TV. Visit us online at rogerstv.com.
Are you a passionate content creator ready to expand your audience reach? Do you have unique stories, captivating hobbies, or special interests that deserve a spotlight? Rogers TV is here to amplify your voice within the community. We offer you the platform to broadcast your content to a wider audience. And the best part, it's completely free. Don't miss this opportunity to share your vision and engage with viewers. Find out how Rogers TV can transform your content journey today.
Welcome to Nanaimo Clippers Reflections. I'm Dan Marshall. Today joined by Clippers forward, Sam Boisvert. Sam, what was the name of the first team you can ever remember playing on, and what do you remember about that team?
I would say it was Timbits when I was 5 years old. I would say just like playing on hockey for the first time, like skating. I wasn't very good, but like I just loved it.
What advice would you give 12-year-old you about becoming a junior hockey player?
I would say just stay consistent. I would say like even shoot pucks every day, do something to like stay mentally well.
When you grew up outside of hockey, what were some of your favorite things to do?
I used to motocross when I was younger, so that was very fun. I also used to play soccer, so that was pretty cool too.
What do you remember about suiting up for your first ever junior hockey game?
It was a grind. I would say it was very fast, physical, so it was definitely like a step to like U18.
Where was it, and what do you remember about the first time you ever got to see an NHL game in person?
I think I was 8 years old. It was in Montreal, obviously, and it was just so special. Like that was like my dream, and like how special it is to watch those guys play live.
If you have a tough time in and around hockey season, who's somebody that you think of to first call or text?
I would say my mom. She's like my #1 fan, and like she's always there for me. So like I always text her first.
That is the Nanaimo Clippers Reflections with Sam Boisvert.
Every community has a story worth sharing, and Roger...
All right, hockey fans, fans of the BCIHL, who's ready for the third period? We're coming to you here from Nanaimo. They call this place the Nick, and it's the Mariners. They're up by a goal. Season series is up for grabs tonight. 2 wins apiece. Last regular season matchup between these two teams going into the playoffs. First week of March. Can the Vikes get back and even this thing up? Let's find out here. Rogers TV, Saturday night. Fournier and Jones on the face-off, and the Vikes control it. Kyle Crew back for the Vikes. Teams begin the third period at even strength. The puck goes down the ice. We'll have an icing right away, so the Butterflies can settle in here. Tom Harris Community Foundation. That's the title sponsor here for this fantastic club, the VIU Mariners in Nanaimo. This place has been lively all night long. Cheering on the home team here. Here they go on the forecheck. Ryan Hunter along the wall, checked by the Vikes defender. Now the battle continues down there. Earhart looking out front, couldn't connect with Jones. Leskoski up the wall, Crew's gonna skate up with it. Hasburn going there, but there's Mariners everywhere, so Crew just puts it on goal. Vikes are changing. Now Leskoski whiffs at it, and Jones will pick it up across the blue line. Jones, wrist shot, blocked by Lewis. Mariners have it though. Now the teams will just try and see who wants it. Lavoie will just put it out there with a pitching wedge, give his team a chance to change here. 1 minute gone by in the third period. 2-1 Mariners lead. Trying to sweep the weekend here. 4-2 win last night in Victoria. We got another good game here going tonight. There's an errant pass there off a skate. Sato picks it up, leaves it for Newens. Wrist shot, blocked by Lewis. Behind the goal, Newens after it. Lewis checking him, but Newens, he's had a burr under his saddle all night. He's going fast along the wall, takes a big hit there from McKnight. Draws a cheer from the crowd. Goes down here, Vikes take another icing there. As the Vikes bench was going bananas for the hit, and the crowd was up in arms. The roar of the crowd. There's Kyle Crew jumping into the play. And there's Cage Newens. Here comes the hit, McKnight. Newens, he's been on a mission here tonight. Watch out for him as this thing develops here. How is this third period going to play out? Now the Mariners are going to take a icing here. We will find out here. BCIHL. VIU on a 5-game winning streak. It's the Vikes. They've lost 4 of the last 6. They want to get back in the win column here badly. And the VIU, they want to win for their home fans here. Off the draw, puck comes back to Tokic. There's a shot through a crowd. Saved by Stojan. And he'll cover it up. We'll have another face-off to the left of the goaltender. If you're just tuning in, here's the replay. Those new jerseys there for VIU. With the Mariners emblem there. Kind of a cool looking. That's looking stylish there, VIU. That's brought to you by Promac, local company here. Vikes control off the draw. Towards the front of the goal, dangerous looking shot there by Tokic, goes wide. Stinson in front of the goal there, puck bouncing, picked up by Strome. Strome, he's in, puts it into the zone here. And he's in the middle of everything, that guy. Power shot right on the doorstep there, went off the end of the stick of Garrity. Watch out for this line here. Power, Corbett, and Strome. They've been causing headaches all night here. And there they go again on the forecheck. Garrity out to play it, too far for him, so Corbett's down there. Chips it below the goal, but Stinson's the last person back, up the wall. Broken up there by Strome. Jason Scott getting a shift here, 28 for the Vikes. Just his 3rd game of the regular season here for the Vikes. Puck out of play rather. We'll have a face-off. 17-22. Of course, so you can see on your Rogers TV. Here's the replay. Shot from the point by Tokic. Special teams in this game. VIU 1 for 3. UVic 0 for 3. That's another thing to watch out for in this 3rd period. Catelier and Scott on the face-off there. Catelier wins it back to Danforth, who plays it behind the goal. Threw back there, checked by Bennett. Now the Vikes get it out of the zone momentarily. VIU's onside. The whole thing continues on here. Crew up for Scott, too far for him. Catelier across the line. They're offside now. But they don't touch it. Vikes will bring it back on a 3-on-2. Vikes rush for the net. That's Castellato. Pass was no good. Out front. Puck was loose at the side of the goal. Zitko's whacking at it there along with Daniels. Scott has it out front there. Scott can't seem to find it. VIU does, and they'll clear the zone and go down the ice. Catelier is on his horse into the offensive zone. Big body check there. Draws a crowd, and that's going to be a minor penalty. All the players gather in the corner there. Catelier was the initial player who went in on the forecheck. Kyle Crew laid the body check in there, and immediately the officials had their hands up for the penalty. And then racing in there was Bennett and company to make some justice down there. But Bennett's going to have to go to the penalty box for that instigator. Meanwhile, in the corner there, the Mariners are caring for their teammate. Now he's up and at him here. Catelier's up on his own steam there. We got hockey teams and hockey fans yelling their faces off in here right now as the music plays. Catelier, he's a tough cookie. He's in the bench now. Of course, we want all our guys to have a healthy season. Kyle Crew knew right away that that would be a minor penalty or some kind of penalty. That drew a crowd down there. Now the officials are discussing it at the penalty box across the iceway here as the Mariners watch on. The decision here will be, will it be a just 2 minutes of the initial penalty, so therefore VIU taking the instigator will even things up, or will the officials give the extra penalty to the Vikes on the initial hit? That's what we got to find out here, folks. what they're going to decide. Now we see the captains there representing their players like they're the attorneys for the team, right? Looks like we're going to go 4-on-4 here, indicated by Captain Ryan Strange. So that'll open up a lot of ice here if that's the case. We'll just have, there we go. Yeah, it'll be 4-on-4 here for a while. For 2 minutes, that is. We'll have a face-off to the right of Ronan Garrity. Lots of ice out there right now. Vikes took the initial penalty. Here's the hit. As VIU took the second penalty there. That's why we're at 4-on-4. And that's where we're at here now as players battle for it in the corner. Big hit there, Tyson Paze in the corner. As intensity is going to go through the roof here. Vikes moving in, Stinson whacks at it. Nicely blocked there by Earhart. Jones, cross ice to Paze. Here's 4-on-4 action, folks. Lots of room out there for these guys to show off their skills. Let's see how this plays out here. Right now, it's Earhart and Jones out there. These are the top dogs in the league. For UVic, Stinson, Laskowski, Fryer, and Fournier. Jones trying to steal it off the big guy there, Fryer. Stinson back with it, he'll corral it. Gonna try and skate it up here. D to D they go. Fryer gains the line, and he'll just lift it in there. Laskowski goes in there, right on the doorstep. He'll force Stojan, rather, to cover the puck up. Just a minute gone by in that 4-on-4. Still a one-goal game here in the third period. Here's a replay of that hit here on Rogers TV. Kyle Crew takes Catelier into the boards there, and see he immediately is up in arms, and it draws a crowd there. So make of that what you will. Good to see. Well, let's watch for Catelier if and when he returns to this game. He's a key player for the Mariners. 4-on-4 continues. Strange in there. McKnight trying to come up with it, but it's Strome again who picks it up. Racing down the wing on this side is Trustwell going towards the goal. Leaving it for Newens. Newens, there's a shot. Puck just rolls wide of the goal. Glove saved by Garrity, and it just rolled wide of the cage there. Strange chips it down in and goes in on the forecheck. Newens back at it. 20 seconds left to go in this 4-on-4. It kind of looks like an overtime period right now, doesn't it? Trustwell back for Cook. He's going to chill so that everyone can change. Evers is going to force the issue momentarily. 5 seconds left to go in the 4-on-4. There's Jones circling. Cook will get it to him. But Jones gets it back. Jones stood up at the line by Fryer. Vikes control. Eric Stinson there. 4-on-4 is over. Team's back to even strength, 5-on-5. Puck goes into the Mariners' end. Jason Scott in after it. But Earhart brings it up there to Jones. Now Hunter chips it ahead. Stinson has the puck. Last man back. He's nifty with it, but he's got to be careful back there. Vikes start again. Fryer looking for Sitko there right in front of the Mariners bench. Stinson taking a chance on it, but Daniels knocked it down. Puck all the way around the wall. Castellato in for it. 6 minutes and a bit gone by in the third period. 1-goal game. The home team's ahead. Go-ahead goal, Chase Cook. Now Corbin's in towards the goal. There's a shot. There's a rebound. Garrity's diving across the crease to cover it up. He'll make his 28th save of the game, Ronan Garrity. Take a look at the latest chance there from VIU. Strome to Newens. There's the shot there. Garrity got a piece of it with his glove. Rolled just wide. Well, the face-off to the left of Ronan Garrity. Puck comes out to the neutral zone here. Getting ever so closely to halfway through this period. Puck played down into the offensive zone by the Mariners. Down into the corner to the right of the goaltender. Players battle for the puck along the wall. The Vikes come out with it. It's Brar and Dornan. Brar can't get it deep, however. Drop the puck at the line. VIU picks it up. Dornan, Brar, and Fournier Vikes just playing 3 players back towards the front of the goal. Tokic, he'll skate up with it now. Tokic to the neutral zone and down they go on the forecheck. Just didn't get to the red line, however. Vikes will be penalized with icing. All right, hockey fans, let's get to some of those sponsors here as you watch the highlights here. Windley Contracting. Need something fixed at your place? Want to build a deck? Whatever you want, hit up these guys. Windley Contracting. Advanced Health and Sports Clinic. Advanced Care. Take care of yourself, for crying out loud. Advanced Health and Sports Clinic. That's another sponsor here for these guys, the Mariners. Thank you very much, all the sponsors of this league. Playback underway. Cook keeps it in. And now the Vikes try and bring it ahead. Puck gets through everybody. The officials say no icing. Play will continue. Here come the Mariners up there. There's Catelier back out there. Good to see. Number 11, Robson. He's stick checked there by Dornan. He'll go for a change, and VIU will come back with it. So far this third period, UVic just hanging back like that. Just burn. Not putting too much pressure on the forecheck thus far. Let's see how if that changes as this third period goes along, if they start taking more chances offensively. Just a 1-goal game though, however. VIU, that nothing's really changed for them. They're just gripping it and ripping it down there. Robson in on the forecheck. Looking for it, but again, UVic just trying to get out of their zone. Turnover at the line. Moving in there, Catelier. Knuckle puck wide of the goal. Behind the net, Hunter with it. Out front, scoring chance. Catelier, puck went over the goal. Back to the point, Danforth bobbled it for a second. Now it's below there. Hunter will go to work. Hunter out front of the goal. No Mariner was there, it was Burns. So Burns puts it back up there. Big hit in the corner there. Draws a cheer from the VIU faithful. Pass up for Earhart. VIU relentless right now. Down into the UVic zone. Earhart's going to go for a change. Hunter and Jones remain out there. Jones working in there on Kyle Crew, trying to steal the puck from him. Now there's going to be a conference down there of hockey players battling for the puck. Big hit there, Marko Tokic behind the goal. Around the boards it comes Daniels. Daniels keeps it in. Now look at the intensity here along the wall, all these battles. Regular season, starting to feel more like the playoffs here. Evers coming into the zone, wrist shot, puck's rebound comes out. Strange has it, trying to get it over to Sweeney. That was broken up by the VIU player. Now Robson's on a rush, but he's all alone working in there on Crew. Robson fanned on the shot, went into the corner. Jones in there behind the goal. Robson, he's after it there. The new guy from the Verdun Capitals, played a lot in the dub too. 97. Puck kind of eludes everyone, goes into the corner here. Crew back at it, laying the body check. Nearing the halfway point of this third period. Kyle Crew brings it up. Haven't had a whistle in a long time. Just as I say that, there will be an icing here with 10 minutes and 10 seconds left in the third period here. We'll see the latest scoring chance for the Vikes. Owen Evers down the wing. Shots 31-22. We had that 4-on-4 action there for a while this period, but no power plays so far in the third. Face off to the right of Ronan Garrity. Jason Scott and Corbett out there to take that one. Good hockey here the last few minutes. There's a save, Ronan Garrity. Whoa, what a glove save off of Corbett right in the slot. Quick wrist shot there. Aiden Corbett. He's a goal scorer, that guy, looking for his 6th of the season. Mike's goaltender with the big save. Face off now, won by VIU. Power whacked at it, and it just went far side. 9 minutes, 50 seconds left in regulation. Jason Scott jumping into the rush. They score! Jason Scott with a wrist shot from distance. Beats Stojan. He's tied the game. Wrist shot went top right-hand corner. Now Jason Scott's down on the ice after taking a high stick. Jason Scott, what a shot there under the bar, but it was the VIU defender that looks like appeared to have cross-checked him in the face after he released the puck. Looking here now on Rogers TV replay, the Vikes trainer is out there trying to remove the helmet to see if any damage is done. I don't see any blood on the ice, but Jason Scott has tied the game up here for the Vikes. That's Jason Scott's first goal as a Vike. And looks like he's going to have a shiner to go with it. That's a Saturday night in Nanaimo sight if I ever saw one. Guy scores a goal, takes a stick to the face. The game is tied here. That goal kind of shocked the whole crowd here. Kind of a 2-on-2 rush there. It wasn't look like, kind of looked a little harmless. Just Scott kind of pulled back and whistled one right under the bar. Jason Scott has tied the game here. Conveniently, we're at our Rogers TV timeout, but the captains are back discussing with the officials what might happen after this play. Right now, there's no VIU player in the penalty box. So maybe the officials did not see that. Maybe no penalty will be called. Vikes get the goal, but maybe VIU catches a break here. Not being penalized. The official has now gone over to the Vikes bench here. That's Cole Pickup here, subbing in for head coach GM Alec Dillon behind the Vikes bench. Cole Pickup, the head coach tonight, getting the lowdown as the Mariners player. There's Blake Power getting ready for the draw, patiently waiting. Okay, everybody has said their case. Everybody, we're on good terms, ready to go here. Brand new ball game. Jason Scott, the Wolfpack guy, tied things up at 2 here. Now with 9:39 left in regulation, we got a tie game here. Just as promised, BCIHL action. Another classic game between these two teams. And we're on Rogers TV, no less. We got to say a big shout out to our director, Hamish, tonight. Rogers TV. And of course, the producers, all the camera people working here. Thanks very much for supporting the league, showing off what our guys can do out there. My name is Matt. I'm with the UVic hockey broadcast team, subbing in tonight. I'm excited to be here. I'm having a ball. Seeing these two teams go after it. This year, the playoffs. We're going to look at some of these highlights from tonight. This year, the playoffs are going to be down at SFU in Burnaby there. That happens the first weekend in March. So everybody mark your calendar and follow along here. See more action like this, what you're seeing on Rogers TV down there, no doubt about that. Now with the game tied at 2, we've got a good finish coming up here for you. Bragging rights for the season series. 5-game win streak for VIU on the line. The Vikes wanting to win one in here. There's a shot from the point. Knocked down. Blake Power after it. Shot goes wide. Now let's get into this play-by-play action. Along the wall, big body check there. Landon Strom. Shot from distance, knocked down by Strange. Sweeney, he's up and after it. Strom puts it back down behind the goal. Garrity leaves it for Pryor. He takes a hit. Look at the hitting now, folks. Back to the point, Truswell. Truswell with a shot through a crowd. Saved by Garrity. Power knocks one. Garrity covers up the bottom of the net and makes the save as everybody's down in there in the mosh pit, just to the right of the goaltender. Now the crowd is getting into it here. The official is speaking to these hockey players. And I don't think they're making dinner plans. I think they're discussing the fighting. What a crowd here in Nanaimo. You gotta see it to really believe it down here. It's just so loud in here. Music's good. The VIU fans are off their rocker right now. And it's family weekend here. All the support from the family here, making this thing happen for these guys. Let's get back into the play-by-play here. Puck comes out to the neutral zone. VIU's gonna go after it there. Jason Scott just tied this thing up. Score now 2-2 as VIU goes in on the forecheck. Catelier behind the goal with Corbett. Along the wall, Lucas Byrne dangerously out there. There's Mariners everywhere. Puts it ahead. McKnight's after it, trying to cause some problems. Daniels skates back with it. Stick check momentarily. Now Byrne gets a hold of it. Byrne, he's in there, but there's no Vikes players around yet. So they'll battle for it in the neutral zone. Lucas Byrne. That's the player from the Vikes this season who played last year all the way over there by Halifax somewhere. Some town, can't remember even how you say it. These guys go everywhere to play hockey. And you know what I'm talking about, these guys. But Mariners now into the zone. Earhart again, saved by Garrity. 2 chances there for the big guy. Earhart held off the score sheet so far. There's Brar. Down they go. Literally and figuratively. VIU, they're going to take a minor penalty here. Brar was skating down the wing with speed. He dumped the puck in, and Hunter tackled him, gave him an extra shot. VIU is going to take a penalty for that one. With 7:26 left to go in regulation. VIU, they've taken a penalty 100 feet from the puck. Vikes power play coming up here. Strange, Byrne, Laskowski, Crew, and Castellato. Byrne, watched by Wickham. Taken into the wall there. Now Strange battling forward. He'll get it back to Crew. In front goes Laskowski. There's Byrne at the side. Laskowski at the side of the goal. Looking through the seam. Strange with the shot. Nice big save there, Stojan. He'll cover it up there. Shot right in there on the hash marks. Connor Stojan, the Nighthawk, with the save. Big penalty kill here for VIU. The goalie has got to be the best penalty killer out there. That's what they say. Crew jumping in to keep the play alive here along the wall. Mike's trying to get a hold of it. Crew back around the wall. Castellato's out there now at the hash marks. Lays it down for Strange. Vikes trying to set up their shot how they want to do it. Crew at the top of the zone for Castellato. Strange and Laskowski in front of the goal. Puck goes through the crease there. Byrne at the hash marks. Back for Crew. Laskowski's in front. VIU stepping up to check these guys. Laskowski has it down low. Circles with it. Wants to make a pass. Back for Crew. Wrist shot from distance. Just dribbled through the crowd. Now there, Wickham's trying to come up with it, but Byrne will do so for the Vikes. Crew. Far side for Castellato, looking for Byrne at the dot. Fans on the shot there, and Landon Strome will put it down the ice for VIU. 50 seconds left to go in this power play for UVic. 6 and a dozen left in regulation. Castellato gains the line, and in they go. Castellato with a shot. All the Vikes go right to the doorstep there, but Stojan corrals it. Covers it up there. Good job there by Stojan. Rebound control. How is that possible? Nobody knows, just the goalies. But he saved it there and got a whistle for his team. 30 seconds left to go here in this man advantage for the Vikes. Can they pull ahead in the game here? Behind the goal, all the players go in there head first looking for the puck. Trustwell's leading it down there. Somebody get a tractor out for these guys here. Now it finally comes free along this wall. Just below us here to the left of the goaltender. Tresswell spins and fires it out of the zone. What a shift there, number 4, Tresswell from VIU. VIU's about to go back to even strength. Vikes 0 for 4 in this game on the power play. Zitko, shot from distance, saved by Stojan. Now out for the neutral zone. Stinson, nice play to keep it in, but Jones gathers it, makes them go back with it. Strange to Fournier. That pass didn't work out. Now teams just exchanging possessions. Down it goes into the VIU end momentarily. Stretch pass ahead for Earhart on a break. Earhart rips one over the goal, and out of play it goes. Out into the Nanaimo night. Shout out to all the VIU students here. This is a university crowd right here, hey? Right now their team is in a bind, tied at 2. But they have an offensive zone face-off here. 4:54 left in regulation. What a finish we have here ahead on Rogers TV tonight. Let's get into the play-by-play now. Strange across to Crew. Now the Vikes are going to skate up with it. Bothered by Sato, Crew will just elect to put it into the zone. VIU back to pick it up is Daniels. Daniels circles around. Watched by Strange. He'll leave it there, or up the wall rather, to Newens. Strange hammers it down there, and he'll go for a change. Coming up on 4-minute mark here, left in regulation. VIU just killed off a power play. There's a stretch pass to Bergeson, and he's in on a break there, but overskated the puck. Laskowski plays it ahead. Paze over to Wickham. Now back in they go. Oh, puck was knocked down. Bergeson will pick it up there. Looking through the slot there. Intended for Corbett. VIU wants a penalty. None coming right now on that one. Strome with some space here. There's a shot. Puck was rolling. Shot went wide. Now behind the goaltender. VIU going to work here. Here's the 3 Musketeers here that have been working hard all night. Far pass, Wickham. Right there is Bergeson. Scoring chance did not connect in the slot there. Bennett being watched by Byrne there. Vikes will chip it out, and it's going to go for icing just across the line there. Vikes will not get to change. VIU will get to bring their game plan here into the Vikes zone with 3:23 left in regulation. There's the latest scoring chance for VIU. They're buzzing in the offensive zone right now. It was Jason Scott from the Vikes who tied the game up a few minutes ago. Now in on the face-off, here's the captain. Open the scoring tonight against Cole Fournier. Face-off win back by VIU. Now behind the goal, wraparound attempt by Earhart. Laskowski will try and chip it out of the zone. Lucas Byrne. Vikes playing with fire here a little bit. Paze walking in. Earhart in the slot, whacked at it. Too many Vikes players there. Now the Vikes, they need that change after those icings. VIU trying to catch them doing that change, but they weren't able to move it up in time. Paze puts it down in on Garrity. Here come Garrity's going to just cover it up there as he saw those Cowboys coming down into the Vikes end. 2:51 left in regulation here. BCIHL Saturday night in Nanaimo. This is as close as you can get. What a hockey game so far. Around the wall. Cook keeps it alive there, but it's the Vikes player who gets it. Look at all the VIU players everywhere on the forecheck. Lots of pressure in this game everywhere you look. Earhart going towards the goal. VIU calling for a penalty, nothing coming up there. Now hockey players go flying all over the ice. Sweeney brings it into the zone, puts a shot on net. Stojan's going to cover it up here. And we'll get a face-off in the VIU zone. We had behind the play there. Here's the score. Here's the shot on net by Sweeney. Sweeney has a goal tonight, the first goal for the Vikes. Now the officials are getting sung to, serenaded. There will be a face-off here to the left of Connor Stojan. Up, puck is played up the wall here, and we'll all get a breather here. Have a sip of coffee. Yeah. Everybody in the arena is on the edge of their seat right here watching. Because we're tied at 2 with 2 minutes and change left to go. Stinson at the blue line. Shot was blocked. Out front for Strange. Had a chance there. Nice stick check there, Blake Power. Now, Daniels moving into the zone. Down the wall he goes. Checked by Stinson, but Power picks it up. Strange along the wall, trying to get it out, but it's kept in there nicely by VIU. However, the puck comes to Stinson. Up for Evers. Evers ahead for Stinson, who's jumping into the play. Can't quite find it there. Now VIU will bring it up. Corbett, Strome, and Power. There's a big hit along the wall. That's going to draw the ire of everyone in the building as Garrity is going into this thing too. Kyle Crew this time was hit into the wall. Landon Strome gave out the initial body check. Kyle Crew went dangerously into the boards. And then the crowd rushed in there. Including the goaltender. 33, Ronan Garrity playing with fire there. Landon Strome gave out the initial hit, and then chaos ensued there as the hockey circle pit started down there. Now the officials will have some discussions all the way over there by the penalty box. Landon Strome has gone to the penalty box so far. That's the only player in the penalty box. What's left on the clock? 1:44 in regulation. Big decision here for the officials on sorting this one out here. Tie game. Big moment in the season for these two teams. Although if you look at the standings here, VIU, they've played so well down the stretch here. They've created a big distance between UVic. They're at 29 points. We're going to see the replay here on Rogers TV while I'm talking. There's the hit by Strome into the boards. Kyle Crew went, and his helmet went flying there. So that's the first infraction. What they decide to do with the rest of it is yet to be determined here. Garrity's getting it from the local fans here for joining the fight there, the scrapping. UVic, they're 9-6 this season at 18 points. VIU probably, now here comes the replay on Rogers TV. Oh, we're gonna show the goals. Here's the goals that got us to this point. 1:44 left in regulation. The captain started things off tonight back in the first period. Ethan Jones brought the crowd up to their feet. Did a slam dunk there for the goal. What a game we've had here, everyone. Now the officials, we see the goal by Cook. Chase Cook made it 2-0 at one point. Now the officials, while we're showing the highlights here, are discussing with the captains. There's the goal from Tom Sweeney. That was a goal that made it 2-1 in the second period. The Vikes brought him into this game. Then Jason Scott. Just kind of a harmless 2-on-2 rush. Took a wrist shot from the top of the circle, but it just went top corner. What a shot it was. Beat Stojan. And that's how we got to 2-2 here with 1:44 left to go in regulation. Now what the officials are discussing with the team captains are, how are we going to divvy out the penalties here? Right now, VIU is the only team with the player in the box. Garrity joined in the scrap there in the scrum, but he's kind of patrolling his own end there. He wants to stay in there. Now, VIU captain Ethan Jones was over discussing with the fans, or with the officials rather. Now we have a bunch of fans down low along the glass, giving it to Garrity there. Saturday night in Nanaimo. This is an old school hockey game we got here. Officials are ready to go here. They've made their decision. Faceoff's going to be in the VIU zone. Landon Strom's going to get ejected from this game for that hit. What comes after that, we don't know yet. VIU, they have 5 players on the ice. UVic has 4. Oh, Kyle Cruz saying, we need 1 more, guys. After all that, we're going to play 5-on-5 hockey. The game's on the line here anyway. 1:44 left in regulation. Kyle Cruz back out there. All is fair in love and war in hockey. And now the players need a little bit more discussing to do. What a finish we have in store for you here, BCIHL fans on Rogers TV. Here we go. Down the stretch. VIU bringing it up into the neutral zone. Crew up for Byrne. Paze was jumped into the play there. Byrne, down it goes. Close one at the blue line. Play continues. Paze around the wall, or Wickham around the wall, kept in by Tokic. Up into the netting, and we'll have a stoppage in play with 1:21 now left on the clock. Face-off will come outside of the VIU zone, I imagine, unless it was deflected. There's Nolan Wickham there on your screen. Marko Tokic. These are the big heart and soul defensemen of the league here. Out here, the key moments for their team. Off the wall. All right, folks, nearing the final minute here. There goes VIU on the forecheck, but the Vikes bring it up. Fournier gains the line and puts it down. Kyle Crew, first player in for the Vikes. Chips it towards the goal. Wickham picks it up. Out into the neutral zone. Tokic, surrounded by VIU players. Sweeney will play it down there. Last minute of regulation. Sweeney in there at the wing. Down low behind the goal. Wickham goes after it. No Vikes player in on him yet. There goes Strange to cause some problems, and he whacks at it. Earhart checked by Evers. Now Jones will pick it up for VIU. He's bothered by Evers. Is going to come in front. Strange puts it behind the goal. Evers now 30 seconds left in regulation. Vikes humming here. Fryer from the point. Save Stojan. Glove save there. Gathers that rebound. 25 seconds left in regulation. To make the first save and then cover up the rebound. That is a big save there, Stojan, to jump on that puck. Face off to the right of the VIU goaltender, Sato and Strange. VIU wins it there, they're gonna go for a rush. Bergeson, across the line, far side is Newens. Goes down there, McKnight, players get tied up. There's a penalty coming up to UVic here now. Cook back for it. 6-on-5. VIU's goalie's out. Trustwell. Shot was blocked by McKnight, and he'll grab the puck there. 3 seconds left in regulation, but the Vikes have taken a penalty. Just like we saw a couple times tonight with Newens going down the wall, the fast break. We saw there a VIU player skating down the ice, moving their feet, drawing a penalty from the UVic defenseman. McKnight is off. What a game! 3 seconds left in regulation. See if VIU can win this draw here. Watch closely, folks. There it is. Towards the goal. Kick save by Garrity. And that's the end of regulation. 60 minutes in the books here in Nanaimo. BCIHL action. Oh my. What a game here. We're going to get some extra action here. Overtime coming up next. VIU, they're going to have the prime performance and therapy power play in the extra frame. We want to thank Rogers TV for their support tonight. Tom Harris Community Foundation. Look at these highlights here. We're going to show the goals from tonight's. Here's the storyline, everyone. How we got to overtime. Ethan Jones in the first period. Oh, that was a power play goal. Ronan Garrity hanging tough all night long. He's enemy number one in the building right now. What a game. Power play goal there. Here's the second goal. Chase Cook with a shot there. What a performance by that player, number 6 there, and number 8, Landon Strome. He took the penalty there at the end of the third, but did not cause a power play. Just this game's had a bit of everything. Dom Sweeney with the goal right on the doorstep there. Nice play by Reed Fryer coming down the wing. This game's had some special teams, some big saves, good penalty kills, lots of scraps. There's the goal from Jason Scott. Just walked to the zone, took a wrist shot there. Just had eyes of its own. It hit the crossbar and just went in there, barred down, top shelf, all those things you say. That's how we got here, tied at 2. However, Nanaimo, get ready for this one because the VIU is on the power play going into overtime. These two teams played an overtime game way back in October in Victoria. UVic won that one 3-2. Just fitting that the final game of the regular season between these two clubs goes to extra time here. Goal differential between these clubs pretty close all season long, except for one game January 10th. All right, BCIHL fans, here we go for overtime. VIU on the power play. 1 minute and 50 seconds. Chance to win this one on home ice and stay undefeated on home ice. Carson Earhart leaves it for Daniels. Daniels back for Earhart. Newens is the Mariner in front. Jones, lots of room, walks in. Blocker save by Garrity. Goes out of play. Keep in mind, folks, here, 4-on-3. Because in overtime, we play 3-on-3, right? So VIU, they have the power play. They get the extra player. And of course, you all know the Vikes can hammer it down the ice. Daniels, VIU wins the draw, he controls it. Jones now, let's see if they can set up the shot they want. Daniels moving around for Earhart. He's got it there. Jones at the dot looking for Newens. Vikes trying to defend here. Daniels, glove save Garrity. Back behind the goal. Crew goes into the wall there with Fryer for the Vikes. Now, Earhart's gonna go in there and try and pick it up. 3-on-2 in the defensive zone here. Earhart gets it. Look at all this space for Jones. Save Garrity, rebound, I score! Overtime goal! VIU wins it in overtime. This is the captain's squad right here. Ethan Jones with space coming out of that fight for the puck in the corner. Earhart got it to him, and he made no mistake. And Ethan Jones, the captain, brings the whole crowd up to their feet. The Vikes battled back, down 2-0. Fought their way back in this one. Killed off penalties, went to the net, did everything they could. VIU takes the season series 3-2 on overtime goal from the league's leading scorer, Ethan Jones. What a goal there, what a moment for this home fans. Ethan Jones from Carson Earhart. Overtime goal. Ethan Jones celebrates with the crowd and gets this home win. What a game! BCIHL fans, thanks for watching tonight. VIU wins it 3-2 in overtime. They're still in first place going down the stretch. What a game here from Nanaimo. Thanks everyone for watching tonight on Rogers TV. We'll see you next time. Good night.